What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. For our first box opening of 2023, we're going to start off with a collector booster box of the Brothers War. In my opinion, one of the better engineered products as far as opening experiences in 2022 as far as set releases are concerned. A really good array of mythics, cool transformer cards, tons of artifacts, and of course, some real chase factor there with the serial numbered cards and the shattered glass foil transformers. So it's kind of what I'm on, honestly, what I'm on the hunt for. There's actually a few mythics, as much of this set as I have opened, which is a reasonable amount. There's still some things that I haven't pulled yet, so I'm hopeful that some of those things pop up today. And with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive on in and crack some packs. So as of the filming of this video, these collector booster boxes are holding pretty steadily at around 215 to 220 plus tax. They haven't cratered. They've held value pretty well despite a pretty rough economic conditions for just in general. They've held well, and a lot of that I think has to do with the chase factor of there being serial numbered cards in this set, as well as some other pretty sweet pulls. And again, as I mentioned, just in my opinion, a pretty well engineered product as far as the variety of cards that you can get in it. So we're going to kind of skip past. We've seen enough of these openings now. All right, so we're going to start off with our first foil mech land. And behind this is going to be the pack foil rare or mythic. And it's kind of an important slot in the collector booster boxes because the meld cards only come in their base versions or in foil versions. So if you're going to get a meld in the collector booster packs, it's going to be actually in this slot behind it. The first rare is going to be, hey, the Stone Brain. Cool. This is a card I actually really like long term. This is probably only a few bucks at this point. It might not even be the $3 threshold, but it is a card I actually really like. So I'm going to put that up there as a card that I dig. Very cool. The Stone Brain foil, pack foil. All right. Next, we've got our Vanguard Aviator. We've got Wreck Hunter as our commander card. First foil artifact is going to be Retro Frame Mishra's Bauble. Man, remember when these things were like 18 bucks a piece? Now you can get baubles very, very cheap, which is a nice thing. I think that's a good thing about this product, is the variety of artifacts. So foil bauble, cool. Ichor Wellspring, Sword of the Meek in the schematic version. A lot of the artifacts, because there are just so many of them and they take up so many slots in the pack, again, that's not a bad thing in my opinion, but a lot of them are, they're very inexpensive. It's a great time to pick them up. We have a foil mythic? Oh, that's a transformer. I knew that. Come on. We've got Ultra Magnus as our first transformer of the... It is a foil, though. That's kind of cool. It's a few bucks. And our extended art foil rare is going to be a Takasia Dig Site Mentor. Not a ton of value there. It's kind of cool. It's an extended art foil, right? But not one of the hits you're looking for. Honestly, you're probably going to get, because of the amount of artifacts in these collector packs, the mythics are really, they're pretty special. They're not easy to come by, right? So I mentioned the significance of that pack foil slot in the pack. And then that last slot, where it's usually going to be an extended art or some sort of retro frame artifact, or you're hoping that that you get at least one or two shots at an extended art foil mythic. And those can, depending on which ones you hit, those can actually have some decent value. All right, so Mechland, sure. Foil rare is going to be Lauren of the Third Path. Actually, not a bad rare to get, really. That's pretty decent. I'm going to put that up there. That's definitely going to be a few bucks as well. Hey, we've got Borderless Urza, Prince of Krug. Not going to be a ton of value. That's not the Urza that you're looking for per se. There's a mythic one that is much better, but that's actually a fun hit still. So I'll put it up top. It's not going to be value though. Rescue Retriever. Hey, the goodest boy. I don't see this card very often. In fact, this might only be like the second one of these I've pulled. It's not a value, but I really like the card. This is one of the cards that I previewed when the set came out, that just is a card that I'm interested in playing with. So I actually really dig that. All right, we've got a foil schematic Spring Leaf Drum. Neat. A schematic self-assembler. Yep. After that, a precursor golem. Okie dokie. And that's going to be our transformer card. It's going to be RC. Cool. And we're going to end with a... Oh, yeah! Whoa! That is a wonderful hit. That is a foil schematic Mox Amber. These are short of being serial numbered, which would have been awesome. This is pretty rare. This is about the best hit you can get as far as a foil schematic is concerned. When I say the Mox Amber foil schematics are probably about $60 or $70, I would probably say about $65, $70. So that's a really, really spicy hit for us. I am super happy about that. In fact, I'm even going to go ahead and just quickly sleeve it. Whoop. Foil schematic Mox Amber. Let's freaking go. That's a mega hit. That is honestly the Mox Ambers, Worm Coil Engines, and maybe like Helm of the Host and the Aetherflux Reservoir. Those are about the best you can do as far as artifacts are concerned. So that is a really, really good hit for us. Again, I think that's about the best you could hope for outside of a serial numbered artifact. So that's awesome. Huge hit. This box is already awesome. All right, here we go. We've got our mech land. We do have a rare behind it. That is Legion of Ashes. Okay, it's a pack foil rare. Sure, why not? Gonna get a Simian Simulacrum as an extended art card. Sure, have a bunch of those. All right, we've got a Wondrous Crucible as the commander card. None of the commander cards outside of like Root Path Purifier are extremely valuable, so it's okay. Millstone in the retro frame foil. An oldie but a goodie. Next up, we've got a Liquid Metal Coating. Cool. Inspiring Statuary as a schematic version. Neat. We're going to get our Transformer card next. That is Goldbug, Mr. Humanity's ally. And we're going to end with a foil extended art rare. Hey, it's a Brushland. Okay, cool. The Painlands don't get a lot of love. And, you can say what you want. Maybe it's a little bit plain on the artwork. But these borderless foil Painlands, they don't actually pop up all that often. I feel like in Dominaria United, the boxes were just littered with Painlands everywhere, and they were all like $1 or $2. The Painlands in this set are still very cheap. They're not terribly expensive, but they're actually pretty tough to come by. So that's not a bad hit. I'm not upset about it. I'll say it that way. All right, here we go. So we're gonna get our mech land. Sure. Foil rare is gonna be another Simian Simulacrum because why not have a million copies of this? Cool. Rare is going to be Over the Top, which is a card that is in fact over the top. And then we're going to get Farid Enterprising Salvager as a commander card. Start getting into our artifacts here. We've got a schematic foil millstone this time. Let's go ahead and double up on our millstones. And a Swift Boot Boots and the schematic version, non-foil. Always a good card. A Black Blade Reforged as our next artifact. Now we should hit our Transformer card. This is going to be Blitzwing, non-foil Blitzwing. And then our last card of this pack is going to be, what do we have here? It is a Psychosis Crawler. I wanted to be more excited about that, but unfortunately Psychosis Crawlers, even as a retro frame, it looks cool, but just not a ton of value there. All right, so that was our fourth pack. So we have 2 more packs in this first column. The biggest hit being far and away the Mox Amber Schematic Foil. Beautiful card. But actually still our only Mythic to this point. So actually, I think one way of viewing it would be to say there's a lot of opportunity left in this box. All right, here we go. Next up, we've got the Mechland. We do have a Mythic. What do we have here? Oh, Urza Silex. Okay, I wanted to be more excited. It's not bad. It's actually a card I still like. It is a foil Mythic. Urza Silex. I'm never going to be sad about these. Again, the actual Mythics from this set, not the artifacts or whatnot, they're a lot more difficult to come by. So that's not bad. And then, Awaken the Woods. There we go. That is a card I will be excited about. So a extended art. This is actually the very first Awaken the Woods I pulled. I want to say this is probably about maybe 22, 23 bucks, something along those lines. I could be a little bit off on that, but that is a card that I'm very, very happy to have. Very nice card. Extended art, Awaken the Woods. Beautiful pull. And then an Ashnod the Uncaring behind that. It is a Mythic Commander card. This is probably, a couple of dollars. Not a huge value. Again, none of the commander cards are really carrying a ton of value, but that's okay. And then a Pristine Talisman foil behind that. Foundry Inspector. And then we've got a Sculpting Steel in the schematic. Cool. And then we're going to hit our Transformer card, and this is going to be a Blaster Combat DJ. And then we're going to end our pack with it as a foil Mythic. Please let this be good. Let's be... it's Urza Silex. Only disappointed because you're only going to get 1 or 2 shots at this per box as far as like extended art Mythics, and I actually already have a foil extended Urza Silex. In fact, not even just one out of this box. I actually have an extended art foil Urza Silex already. Yeah, a little disappointed on one then. That's okay, but Still rocking with the Awaken the Woods. Actually being the first Awaken the Woods I've pulled, and it being extended art. Not unhappy. Just wanted the Urza Silex to be... I wanted that to be something different. Alright, here we go. Mechland. Takacia's Welcome, pack foil. A card I like, only, a couple of bucks, but not a huge value, but a card I like. Brotherhood's End. That actually is a pretty good hit. Brotherhood's End is a card that was really under the radar. It was maybe only $1 or $2 when it came out, and now like the base copy is like $6 or $7. This is probably about $7 or $8. So not bad at all. And then we've got the Archimandrite as the commander card. We start hitting our retro or artifacts here. We've got a Schematic Foil Ivory Tower. Beautiful card. I remember that card used to be super, super powerful. Our third millstone of the box, because why not? It's got to collect all versions in the same box. Journeyer's Hellkite. How about just Kite? And then we're going to hit our Transformer card. It is going to be a Soundwave. It is a foil. That's cool. Those are a little bit tougher to come by. But we've got a foil Soundwave. We're going to end with a Teething Wormlet Extended Art Foil. Pretty good card. Not a ton of value, but still a card I like. I'll put it up there. All right, that is our first half of the box. The big winner is absolutely the Mox Amber and then the Awaken the Woods. We've got some decent rares behind, or some decent mythics behind that. Couple of good rares, Brotherhoods, and it's not a very strong set for actual rares. I mean, it's basically Brotherhoods and Diabolic Intent. A couple others. I think Lorna of the Third Path is another one. But that's the majority of the value from the actual rares. A lot of it is built into the artifacts and specifically the mythics. Okay, here we go. Second half of the box. Still hunting for hopefully a serial numbered schematic. I have not yet pulled one of those. We've got our Deathbloom Ritualist as our extended art. Fauna Shaman. That's actually not a pack foil. And then our extended art Fauna Shaman. That's actually not bad. Actually a really, really good time to pick one of these up. A really cheap card at this point. Still going to put it up there. I like it, but not a super expensive card right now. Machine God's Effigy as our commander card. And we've got a foil Chromatic Star. Pristine Talisman yet again. Another Mox Amber. Are you kidding me? Another Schematic Mox Amber, no less. This is a Mox... Okay, well, if we're going to pull all the Mox Ambers, I'm cool with that too, right? So Mox Amber is probably about $32. So that, just between our Mox Ambers, that's paying for half the box right there. Wonderful. All the Mox Ambers. Next Transformer card is going to be Flame War. And then we're going to end with a Inspiring Statuary, again, as a this time as a retro frame foil. All right, Mox Amber doing a lot of work for this box, like single-handedly carrying this box. But again, a box that's, roughly $215 plus tax. You've got two cards that are accounting for half the value of the box alone, and we still got a bunch of packs left. There are worse places to be. That I will say it that way. I'm not disappointed. All right, here we go. We've got our Mechland, cool. Foil rare is going to be Painful Quandary, just a mean card. A Gixian Puppeteer as our extended art. And then we've got our commander. We've got Sandwell the Avenger Ace. We're going to start hitting our artifacts. We've got a Schematic Foil Ornithopter. Soul Guide Lantern in the schematic. Sword of the Meek again. Sword. And then we're going to hit our Transformer card. It is going to be, hey, Shattered Glass Starscream. I almost forgot that we hadn't hit a Shattered Glass yet. That's pretty cool. Starscream's a few bucks. All of these are at least carrying a little bit of value. I like that. That's not bad. And then we're going to end with a Quicksilver Amulet in the foil schematic. Again, as a foil schematic, this might not be it might have some value to it. I'll put it up there. Not sure offhand, but a lot of the value in artifacts is it's a little tougher to come by. All right, here we go. Ooh, Laserbeak token. That in and of itself is very cool. Haywire Might, actually a pretty decent foil uncommon. All right, we got Urza's Command as our pack foil. Mythic is gonna, hey, Blade Coil Serpent, very nice. Only maybe only $1 or $2, but it's actually a Mythic I really like. I think it's just a really powerful card. Again, a Mythic I like, so I'm not upset, even though it's not big value though. Blade Coil Serpent and extended art, very nice. Terror Ballista up next. We're gonna hit our artifacts here. We've got Ivory Tower, Chromatic Star. Black Blade Reforged. Cool. Next up, Transformer is going to be a Optimus Prime Hero. Good old Optimus. Probably a couple of bucks The foil version might be over the $3 threshold. And we're going to end with a foil rare. It is going to be a Hall of Tags in Extended Art foil. Good looking card. A little expensive to create a power token for my liking, so I don't think that's going to be a ton of value. All right, here we go. We got 3 packs left. Mox Amber doing all the work in this box. All right, here we go. Still holding out hope for a potential serial numbered card. Have not yet hit one. I think I've opened 3 other boxes, so this is box, I think it's box number 4. All right, here we go. We've got our mech land. Got a foil rare. It is, hey, Argoth, Sanctum of Nature. Again, as the meld cards, they only come in one version, so that's actually pretty sweet. Rare behind that is going to be Deathboom Ritualist. There's our meld card. This is for Titania. Actually, a decent hit. We'll put that up there. Sure, probably be a few bucks. Deathroom Ritualist as our extended art. Next up, we've got our Thopter Shop as a commander card, and we're going to start. We got a Sigil of Valor, Schematic foil. We've got an Ivory Tower, also for like the 3rd or 4th time this box. In the Schematic version. Helm of the Host. Very good. I was about to say something, and realizing that we had 2 Mox Ambers, I was like, man, we have no other Mythics from the retro frame foils. Helm of the Host is going to be decent value. I want to say the base copy is probably about $8 at this point. Really good time to pick one up, actually. And we have a Prowl as a foil Mythic. Not bad. That's foil Mythic Transformer, but you know what I meant. And we're going to finish with a Adaptive Automaton as a retro frame foil artifact. All right, 2 packs left. Mox Amber. Awaken the Woods, though, too. That's, again, a card I hadn't pulled any copies of, which is crazy. So, really, really finally happy to sort of to pull one of those. I've been wanting one of those. It's a card that I was really excited about when the set came out, and I hadn't pulled any. All right, foil rare is going to be Titania's Command. Pack foil rare. And we've got our next up, Hostile Negotiations. We're going to hit our commander card. This is going to be March of Progress. And we're going to start hitting our retro frame artifacts. We've got Liquid Metal Coating. Nice foil schematic. Burnished Heart. Precursor Golem again. This time in the schematic version. Now our Transformer card is going to be a Cyclonus. And we're going to finish off with a foil rare Sardine Avenger. Extended Art foil Sardine Avenger. This is going to be a few bucks. It's actually a pretty good commander card. It does a lot for a 2-drop. Not huge value, but that's okay. All right. Well, we cleaned up in the Mox Amber department. Last pack of the box. Definitely cleaned up in the Mox Amber department. That's for sure. All right, here we go. Swamp. Foil rare is going to be an Underground River. Again, the Painlands don't carry a lot of value, but I think they're cool, so I'll put that up there. Well, good. I hope you like them, because you got another one. This time we got a Borderless Painland. Alrighty. It's probably like $3, $3 or $4 for the Underground River. Mythic is going to be Root Path Purifier. Very nice. Actually, again, if you were going to pull a commander card that has value, this is it. I'm going to say Purifier is probably about 18 to 20 at this point for the non-foil version extended art. That is a pretty sweet pull overall. Swift Foot Boots. Bone Saw. Sculpting Steel. All right, Transformer card is going to be a Ratchet. And then we're going to finish up this box with it's a foil extended art. It is a Titania's Command. All right, so still no serial numbered cards. However, overall, I'm going to say we did okay here. Foil, Schematic, Mox Amber. Schematic, Mox Amber. Awaken the Woods in the extended art. Helm of the Host. Root Path Purifier. We could certainly do a whole lot worse. Man, Brothers War. Like the product a lot. Again, I think going back to the beginning, pretty well engineered product. I hope you guys enjoyed the opening today. And if you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit that like button for me. And by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And be well, everybody.